So y'all, we came to clean out my desk. This is crazy. Here's my little coworker. Yeah, just cleaning everything out. Hey sweeties, so welcome to afternoon tea time. Today is a topic that I'm really excited about, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me, because there's a lot of information, but I'm not trying to just throw it at y'all. I'm trying to put it together so where y'all can get it. But yeah, y'all see I just have on my little hoodie robe. Y'all can't see the full length, but this thing go down to my ankles. It is freezing in Philly. I don't know where y'all live at, but Philly done went from summer to winter like that. And child, I'm still paying my gas bill from last winter. So the fact that I'm going to have to turn on the heat again is stressing me out. I'm not here to talk about, you know, how cold I am. But I just wanted to tell y'all why I just had on the robe. Like I'm on maternity leave again. But oh, that leads into what I want to talk about. I am on permanent maternity leave, honey. Okay? Thank you, thank you. So, I actually went back to work September 29th. Now that I think about it, I went back to work September 29th. So, let me just start by saying, while I was on maternity leave, like while I was still pregnant. No, not even while I was still pregnant. Not maternity. So let me just say when I was pregnant, like I feel like me and God had a talk. And maybe this even was before I got pregnant. I had got my job February 2020, right? A month before the pandemic hit. It was crazy. So during that year, it had been so hard on me to start a new job. Like I was having panic attacks. My anxiety was so high. Like I would just never forget, just keep breaking down crying while trying to get work done. So I had just started, and I didn't really get that in-person instruction that I needed. We just went straight working from home. And I didn't really know anybody. My supervisors, not saying they wouldn't pick up the phone because they were busy, but like there was a lot of times where I would call somebody and they wouldn't answer, and then I would call a couple of people and they wouldn't answer, and then my work would be on pause until I got the answer to my questions and whatever. It was really, really rough. It was rough. But eventually I got the hang of it. Like the workload had started slowing down. So I was really able to learn. The more questions I asked, the more I wrote down and the more I studied it so I could just learn how to do my job effectively. But then it's like almost like the workflow slowed down so much that they were just like, let's think of other things for them to do while they're at home so they're not just at home for 8 hours a day just doing nothing. I mean, technically, yes, we didn't do nothing, but I think we deserved it. It was like, all right, why are you counting my money that bad? Like, but I actually did work for utilization review company, so I guess that would make sense as to why they were counting money, because everything was down to numbers and how much you was doing a day. I didn't like that at all. Like, so let me just say, so I had been working with kids for the length of my career as a social worker, and I was tired, so I took a step back and my role was more in management. So I was doing more like provider relations and things like that. And a lot of my work was done on the computer. And it was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I just needed a break. Like I had all this secondary or vicarious trauma, and I really needed to get through some things myself because I was also handling my own depression and anxiety. So, just being on the computer, it was cool. until it wasn't. So then going back to what I was saying, things started getting a little out of control at work. I just didn't like it no more, and I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. And I get upset with myself because I'm like, you haven't worked anywhere longer than... I might have worked one place over 2 years. Have I? I don't even know if I ever hit 2 years at a job. Let me just say that. So, you know, the older generation is just like these millennials. They keep going from this to that, to that, to that, to that. I was one of those millennials. If I wasn't satisfied somewhere, I was on the next train smoking. Where's the next thing smoking? I don't know. I was on the midnight train in Georgia smoking. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So I was out. Like, I was out. Deuces. I've had a history of jobs where management was always like, I wasn't going to say shitty, but I'm trying to enhance my vocabulary a little bit. So I'm not going to say shitty, but horrible. Horrible. There we go. Use your words. Use your words. Because that's what I'm going to have to teach my son. Use your words. But, you know, management was horrible. And I was starting to feel like my job was going in that way. So I had a few talks with God. During the pandemic, I've become closer to God. So I had a few talks with God. Like, I feel in my spirit that this is my last job before I go into entrepreneurship and doing it for myself. Mind you, I have a bunch of things that I want to do and dibble and dabble in, but I didn't have any concrete that I said if I quit my job today or tomorrow, I could just start making money like that. I mean, technically I could, but it's like the motivation behind it was a little off. But I still had to talk with God, okay? But, you know, after I wasn't feeling my job no more, I remember while I was pregnant, I was applying for other jobs while I was pregnant. And I'm like, as soon as I tell these jobs I'm pregnant, they're not going to want to hire me. Or why would I go from one job to another job and I need my FMLA? But that's how miserable I was at my job. Granted, it was nothing too extreme that I couldn't handle. But it's something in me that just felt like this is not it. Like, this is not it. But then I realized I was applying to jobs, and it was jobs of positions that I didn't even want to go to. So I'm like, if I did get another job, I would like some tenure somewhere. Like, can I get a full pension? You know what I'm saying? But that just wasn't, like, it just wasn't, I don't know. I'm not compelled by stuff like that. The job that I had, I made the most money that I've ever made. And it would be hard to find another job that was making comparable with just as good benefits, because the benefits were lovely too. But I think the jobs start dangling benefits and money in your face, and it's like, yeah, I got you hooked. Like slave mentality type stuff. Like, I always felt like I worked on a slave ship. And so I didn't even get hired in no other jobs. I've had a few interviews, and none of them... I'm used to having interviews where people at least call you back or email you. These interviews I had, nobody even contacted me afterwards at all. And then I heard a voice in my head, like, God was like, that's how God laughed, because, you know, it'd be your voice. But that's how God laughed. And he said, you told me this was going to be your last job before you go and do your own thing. So why you still trying to apply? So I'm slamming doors in your face. I'm making it so disrespectful that you ain't got no choice but to think, oh, God did that because we had this talk and I'm doubting him. So, you know, I told, like, before I had the baby, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going back to work. Then it was like, I'm going to quit on my 2-year anniversary. Then it was like, the end of December. Like, I just kept giving myself all these deadlines. And I went back to work. Didn't quit before I went there. But I you know, I went in with the intention that I was at the end of my road. So I just, you know, when I went back, I was just like, you know, I just don't want to be here. I'm not feeling it at all. Like, I'm not feeling it. I just don't want to do it. Granted, I wasn't even getting that much work. If any, probably none. But I just didn't want to do it. God kept saying, move now, move now, move now, move now, move now. I'm like, all right, cool. So I went to work on a Wednesday. By Friday morning, I was putting in my resignation letter. And I gave them 30 days. I gave them 30 days. This is your 30-day notice. I'm out. After that, it went another week where my workload was a little low and quiet and whatever. But then 2 weeks before my last day, I started getting piles and piles and piles of work. I was drowning, okay? I was drowning. I had a 3-month-old baby. I mean, he's still 3 months. I'm filming this a week after like a few days after my last day. You know, I got an infant, like a fresh baby. Like, he still got placenta juice, you know, on his ears. Like, they was piling work on me, and it just was like, wow, like y'all work in behavioral health, and you know, y'all all preach self-care and this and that, but then your employees are drowning in work with a new baby, and nobody even checked on me to see how I was doing. Like, nobody checked on me. And it just was like, you know, people really don't care about you. Here I am trying to maintain the job because I feel bad about leaving, but was back to that, sorry, y'all know I live in the hood, so y'all gonna hear a lot of sirens. I might as well drink my coffee. Ooh, I made this nasty today. Yeah, it's not tea, it's coffee, because, you know, I started using my little Keurig. Ew. Alright, now the sirens are going. That is disgusting. Where was I at before I was rudely interrupted by somebody dying? Just kidding. Yeah, it was like confirmation, because I started second guessing myself. I started asking, like, should I have quit? Like, I got a child to worry about. I got a mortgage to pay. I got bills to pay. I'm trying to get a new car, and I really was doubting myself, because it was just like, was this another impulsive decision? But then I thought about it. It wasn't impulsive. I had this talk with God probably for the last few months, like probably the last year, honestly. Because that's when things started picking up for me, like being an influencer, a blogger, and then I started vlogging, which y'all see me doing now. And I love vlogging. Like, I feel like I finally found something. And even though I wasn't, you know, consistently getting work or, you know, collaborations and partnerships with brands, I was getting something, which wouldn't be enough to support my life, but God is enough to support my life, you know? I just had to have full faith, and I will wake up every day, read the Bible, and watch Sarah Jakes Roberts every single day before I even picked up my phone to do social media or anything like that. Like, that was the first thing I did. Pray, read the Bible, and watch Sarah Jakes Roberts. Now, not like in that particular order. There were some fillers in between here and there, like, you know, feeding the baby or, you know, washing up. But those were the 3 things that I was required to do for myself before I picked up my phone to do anything else. And it's like my faith has started increasing. And I was just like, you know what? I got a battery in my back. I'm going to do it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So it seems impulsive, but it wasn't. It's just that I needed the faith to fully, like, really just step out on the water and know that God wasn't going to let me drown. I'm still in, like I said, the few days post my last day at work. So I'm still in that waiting phase, like, do your thing, God. Do your thing. I'm waiting. You told me you was going to give me something if I wait. But it feels really, really liberating and really, really good. I was scared at first, but now I'm not. I have some moments where things slip in. Where fear slips in. Where doubt slips in. But then I keep praying to God. I keep reading the Bible. I'm still watching Sarah Jakes Roberts every day. And it's been about the last 3 to 4 months that I've been doing that. And it's a word. It's not like it's Sarah saying this. God is going through Sarah to tell me these things. And it just always seems relevant to something I have said. It's just always some type of confirmation there. So I'm sitting and I'm waiting and I'm praying. God gonna work it out. Can I like break out into a song? Jesus will work it out. Jesus will work it out. Jesus will work it out. Work it out, baby. Need a pair of shoes. Work it out. Just got a gas bill too. Take it right. It got a light bill too. Work it out. It just got a light bill too. Work it out. Jesus will work it out. Jesus will work it out. Jesus will work it out. Jesus. I'm done. I just had to break out into a song. But yeah, so that's my life right now. If I didn't make it clear enough, bottom line, I quit my job. Period. God will put you in uncomfortable situations to force your hand. And I felt like my hand was forced. Like I said, it wasn't even as bad as it could have been. Like, people have gone through way worse at their jobs and have stuck it out. But I'm not that person. When you get a word as strong as I have from God, you can't ignore that. Like, I want to be one of those heroes of faith in the Bible that they talk about, you know. I want to be like David. I want to be a woman after God's own heart, though. Like, I want to be a woman after God's heart. Like, I was tired of doing the same thing that I was used to doing. So many times I tell myself, you cannot do it, you cannot do it, you cannot do it. I have imposter syndrome. Like, you know, I was tired of being in that same pattern of, oh, I got an idea. I have something that I want to do, but I can't do it because that's too much work. And then I just like go back. Oh, it's something else I want to do. I have been so all over the place my whole life about the passions that I've had that I'm ready to bet it all on me this time. Or better yet, bet it all on God. Because I've done it my way. I've done it my way. I've done it my way. When they say have your way, I'm on that. Have your way, God. Have your way. Because I have done it my way and I have kept hitting brick walls. And I know I was always destined to be something great. Like, I've always felt that. I still feel that. I don't know what God has in store for me, but that's just how I feel. Hold on, my baby is up. Okay, my baby is not up. When what you want for yourself, y'all ain't even telling me my boobs is all boobing. My milk jugs. But anyway, when you align what you want with what God wants for your life, it will come to pass. And I do feel this way for my life. I really truly feel like God is doing something. And the thing about God is, He's going to do the impossible. The impossible. So in my head, I'm thinking of a practical way of why I couldn't do something. But then God is like, you wouldn't need me if things could work out the way that you're thinking. I'm going to do something that has your jaw dropping. Like, jaw dropping. Like, something that you didn't think was going to happen. Like, that's who God is. And until we put how we feel aside and our thoughts aside and just like let God do His thing, we will not be able to do anything, because He's just like, you ain't trusting me enough. You don't have faith in me. Like, why should I give you something if you just gonna keep doubting me every time I put it in your face? Exactly. So I am in this season of intentionality, but I'm in this season of trusting God with my whole heart. Leaning not unto my own understanding, but in all His ways, acknowledging Him. What's that, Proverbs 3:5? I think I probably put a little, some extra words on there or made some stuff up. But it's Proverbs 3:5, I'm pretty sure. I'm ready. I'm ready. It is so. I have manifested this life and I have prayed for this life. It is so. God got me, and y'all should trust that he got you too. When the minute you decide that you are letting God take full control and trusting that he will make everything work out for your good, is when your life is going to change. The things that you used to worry about, don't bother you no more. The things that used to break your heart don't break your heart the same. Something is going on, and ain't nobody in this house but me and my baby. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm a little nervous. I can honestly say I have peace. I don't know what's about to come. 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 But I do know that God is going to do some things. And I am excited for what's to come. Y'all should be excited for what's to come too. Not for me, but for you. I mean, y'all can be excited for me. Please be excited for me. But be excited for what he can do for you. I really wanted to do this video at the beginning because I'm not coming to y'all saying, "Ooh, God made me a millionaire," or "Ooh, my brand has expanded." I'm not coming to y'all with a success story. I'm coming to y'all from the ground up. And I know it's from the ground up because God already ordained it. I'm coming to y'all so y'all can go through my journey with me. Like, I'm taking y'all, like, I'm holding y'all hands. Like, we in this together. We're in this together. You remember High School Musical? We're all in this together. Like, we're all in this together. Y'all are a part of my journey. Y'all are a part of my tribe. And thank you so much for watching me. I can't wait to share with y'all my journey because I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm just telling y'all what God gave me a vision of. This is vision right there. This is purpose. This is purpose. This is like, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Like,